SweetBabyInc.com went dark on cue.
Our expose hit hard. Their panic grew.
The porch lights on, but they don't dare.
They cower in shame behind Cloudflare.
Yay! Who's happy to be talking about Sweet Baby Inc. again? Not me.
No one. No, literally no one. Please stop doing things.
Kim, Sweet Baby Inc. people that are listening, hey, sit down. Can I get you something to drink? Can I get you like a drink, something, a little snack? No?
Can that drink be absinthe or cyanide?
Ignore my wife. Here's what I want to say to you. Please stop doing stupid things either in public or in a private, but in a way that I can see it, because I hate it and I wish you would stop doing it.
Please, Sweet Baby Inc., stop doing things. We really want to stop talking about you.
Anyways, so let's talk about this. So we had a very strange thing happen. I was tipped off. Now, last week we talked about, and we ended up going over and making a short highlight reel. I want to emphasize that the video, the 30-minute video, was a highlight reel, because I've been made aware that some people who wanted to go over what we discovered and whatever may have not known this, even though it was in the description. After the whole thing where Kim said, oh, nobody's ever reached out to us, right? We decided, okay, well, some people decided, let's go reach out, except they couldn't. Why? Because the site was gone.
Indeed it was. The email still worked, but this website was gone. And when we realized this, we also realized that in the 1-hour talk Kim did, that we took 4 hours to get through, she never once mentioned the website. Only the Sweet Baby Inc. email.
So it seemed like they knew it was offline, but the thing that was interesting was I initially reported on it being offline for 2 days because that's what I was told. But however, looking through things, and a lot of people got annoyed about this, I want to make this very clear. I did my due diligence to look through things, and you'll see a lot of the stuff here on screen. If you went on the Sweet Baby Inc.'s website, which it is up now, it is. And we'll get to that, and we'll get to why, and we'll get to the things that people have missed that they have done, which is kind of suspicious. And I'll give my impressions of that. But we noticed that according to the Wayback Machine, which the Wayback Machine doesn't always just... the Wayback Machine, it can be manually triggered, but it also kind of goes back and scans sites as they were, whatever. We noticed that it hadn't had a successful hit since the end of April. One day after we put out a big expose video, one of our biggest videos of all, the exclusively Sweet Baby Inc. does exactly what gamers think it does. But it didn't show it had a successful grab of it since then. And I went and looked into the DNS records and everything, and long story short, what did we find? Everything that we found, and I want to make this clear, everything that we found, it's possible it's not true, but we looked at everything we found, says that the host for the site had not changed. The Cloudflare was active, but something on their end wasn't working. Whatever it was, we don't know. But the thing that was interesting was, according to all the records and things, it had been this way since April 23rd of this year, meaning that the site had been offline for multiple months with no one noticing.
And literally one day after we released that exclusive video.
Now, I want to make clear, people were saying, oh, look, it says invalid SSL certificate. That just means what it is. You're correct. However, when you have an invalid SSL certificate and it expires, it notifies you about the expiration. It does. That's what it does. And you're going to tell me that nobody fixed it at all. And again, all the data shows that nobody fixed this for months. It was left not working. Now, imagine this. You are running a website that is basically your front facing of your business, and you are going on podcasts and stuff, and you are not doing anything. Your site's not working. Like, how do you do that? How do you not take the 5 seconds it was going to do to fix that? Very strange. And the timing was strange too. However, the strangest thing was I ended up going on a live stream with Smash JT, and he actually made a video about it. And within a couple minutes of the video that he uploaded, Sweet Baby Inc.'s website suddenly came back online.
Curious, isn't it?
I think that Sweet Baby Inc., they're not doing much on social media and all this kind of stuff, according to Kim. So it made no sense that they'd keep their site, their main front-facing site down for that long of a time. But that's what the data showed. Somebody reached out to me, letting me know, and I'm not going to say who, because I don't know if they want me to tell them who, and I keep trust my sources. But somebody reached out to me and let me know a couple things that perhaps Sweet Baby Inc. didn't want you to know. So I'm going to kind of mention those things. Number one, if you try to manually now have the Wayback machine take a screenshot or whatever of Sweet Baby Inc.'s website,
it no longer works. They have blocked the Wayback machine.
Correct. And that is the biggest thing. Now, could that be what was happening all this time? Yes. Yes, it could. They have literally blocked it so that if you try to use the Wayback machine, you cannot get a screenshot. You want to try it? Go do it right now. Try it. It won't work.
Tell me, darling, why would they do such a thing?
Well, I was notified of a couple things. One is that some menu items were not working correctly, and it almost seemed like there was nothing going on behind the scenes while the site was offline. However, again, keep in mind, they suddenly had the site back up after months of either non-activity or up and down, and suddenly it's back online. Now it's just immune to being in the Wayback machine. Kind of weird. Almost seems like they only restored it once they realized that what was going on. Now, that's probably how they want it to seem, but that is not the case in my opinion. Based on all the stuff, Sweet Baby Inc. lately has been making a surge to get back into things. They made a Blue Sky. They're on a lot more podcasts. They're doing all this kind of stuff. It seems like what they're doing is they're trying to get back into the swing of things. And what does one do when they're getting back into the swing of things? I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't they usually rebrand?
Correct. I believe that Sweet Baby Inc. took down their site on purpose. I believe that they knew it was down because, again, the biggest cue is that Kim did not mention the website when she said that people should contact them, which, by the way, whether they use the site for main contact or not, if you're on a podcast and you have a website, you tell people to go there if they want to contact you.
Yeah, usually when you're on podcasts, you advertise yourself.
But she only said the name of the email that was available. So that's kind of interesting to point out there. But what I believe is going on is that they're trying to do stuff behind the scenes to revamp the site. There are other ways to archive sites. I want to make that very clear. But the fact that they've turned on all this extra security and stuff like this is very interesting. Again, there's not much more to say here. The site is back up. Whether it will go down again, we don't know. But we'll probably have to keep an eye on it because you cannot archive it, at least not from the Wayback machine anymore. But I will end off by saying this. This is a message to Sweet Baby Inc. Don't think I'm going anywhere. Don't think I'm going to disappear just because I don't want to cover you. I'll be honest, your insufferable stupidity of a 4-hour stream has even made me decide that I want a little break. Okay? That's how stupid and insufferable you guys are. But I'll put it this way. Your connections that you seem to think that you've scrubbed from the internet or you seem to think you've hidden very well, I'm going to tell you, I found them. Yeah, that's right. I found them all, and I archived all of them. So you thought that the Canadian government was just one thing? Oh, no. Oh, no. So, nice.
Just wait until you learn what else he has found.
Tell you what, if you send me the entire footage, which I know exists, of the decolonizing cozy games that was given by Tristan J. Tarwater, I will postpone putting out the video for a certain amount of time.
And my husband is a man of his word. He will honor this agreement if you do agree.
Better yet, you can respond to my email. Hey, you know what, honey? I think before we end this off, should I read my email that I sent to them that they said totally doesn't exist?
Yes, I believe you should, just to prove it does exist.
Just want to make very clear. Sweet Baby Inc. has said multiple times that nobody's emailed them. I've done it multiple times, but I decided to do it again recently because you said nobody reached out. So I sent you an email 3 days ago. I'm going to read it. The title is, No One Has Reached Out. I said, hello. I'm sure I need no introduction, but I wanted to reach out again since Kim recently said in an interview that no one ever had. I've made plenty of videos on Sweet Baby Inc. and I will not pretend otherwise. But I still believe that real discussion is the only way to create lasting change. So once again, I'm asking if we can talk. I would prefer if it were Kim herself, but anyone from your team would be fine. It could be live or recorded, and I would let you review it before it goes out. Yes, I'm that nice. I didn't put that in the email, but I'm saying that now.
It is true. He is that nice.
If you feel you have been misunderstood or taken out of context, this is your chance to clear that up directly. We can bury the hatchet and talk things through, whether that leads to mutual understanding or simply agreeing to disagree. You may choose not to respond, just like the last time, but I would ask that you think about it. Believe it or not, I would rather not have to keep making videos about Sweet Baby Inc. This would be a win for everyone involved, for you, for me, and for the gaming community as a whole. Please give it some thought. Master of the TDS, Gothic Therapy on YouTube. Thank you very much.
A round of applause for my darling's amazingly worded email.
Share with your crew, escape life's hell. From spooky memes to advice obscure, here's your dark solace of humor as a cure.